Welcome to another episode of Discover St. Cloud, Florida. I'm Kristin Macari, and I'm here with your host,
Jeanine Corcoran, broker for Corcoran Connect, a real estate company.
And so we had a really cool contest going on over at Corcoran Connect this month for celebrating veterans, right?
I know. I always feel like the veterans get left out, especially because we had that hurricane storm come through. Nicole, thank you.
Right.
That I feel like it fell in a different weird time. It's always the same time, but because of voting, that was another thing. I just kind of feel like they kind of always get left out.
I know. Well, it's between Halloween and Thanksgiving, and like there's so much going on right now. This time of year is a very busy. I mean, for us too, it's a very busy time of year.
Yeah.
So I feel like they often get overlooked. So that was really cool. So what was the contest? What did you do?
Okay, so the contest was that anyone can nominate a veteran. And they would have to write in 3 sentences or less about why they thought they should be nominated. But they also had to include a photo. So we did get a lot of, not a lot, but wanted a lot more. But we did get some really good ones. And some of them didn't put up a picture for whatever reason. They didn't have one or whatnot. But anyway, and then the prizes were $100 for first prize, $75 Amazon gift card, and third place was a $50 Publix gift card.
That's cool. It's really good, especially rolling into the holidays.
I even reached out to VFW, so they were a big help too.
Were they?
Yeah.
That was good.
Maybe I should start earlier next year. I don't know.
I know. Well, I did. It creeps up on you. Like November came out of nowhere. I swear, kids just started school like a week ago, and we're somehow in November. So this year has
and throwing a little hurricane in between that too, people.
Right? No kidding. No kidding. It's the second one. And really quickly on that subject, isn't this like the first time we've had a November hurricane in like 40 plus years or something like that?
That's what they said.
So anyway, crazy time of year, crazy year this year. But anyway, so we wanted to share with you the nominations that the veterans that people nominated, and their stories and why they felt they were deserving. And then of course, reveal who the winners were. If you haven't seen it out on Facebook yet, we'll go through that. So you want to kick us off?
Yep. Well, first of all, thank you to all the veterans. We do appreciate your service, whether you're serving now or whether you've served in the past. My dad was in the Navy. Okay, get ready. He served World War II. He's long past. But anyhow, so we'll start. It was nominated by Sephora M, and she nominated Rafael, Moreno, U.S. Army veteran, great soldier and dedication to his family, loved to serve others, and served 25 years in the Army. He sacrificed his life so that we could have the freedom. He's an awesome husband. An awesome daddy.
Oh,
thank you for that, sweet. Sophia.
That's awesome. All right. And then up next, we have Kathy Champion. So she nominated her son, SFC Champion, currently stationed at Fort Wainwright, Alaska. Ooh, that's got to be crazy cold. Cold and dark half the year. CJ had 2 tours in Afghanistan. He's been an Army drill sergeant and instructor at the Cavalry Leaders Course and is currently holding a first sergeant position with the 11th Division. His father and his mother both served in the U.S. Army too, so they're very proud of him for following their family's patriotic service to their country.
Wow. Thank you, Kathy. The next one is actually, this person got nominated twice, was nominated by Bob and mostly Mary again Lane. My husband, Bob, served his country for over 24 years in the Air Force, including a year in Vietnam. As an aircraft maintenance officer, he frequently was deployed during IG inspections and sadly aircraft accident investigations. He's a great husband and father to his 7 children. And when we lost our daughter Amanda, together we dedicated our lives to helping other bereaved parents, where Bob now is board of director on the Compassionate Friends.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, when I lost my brother, Mary reached out and she They really have a passion for what they do, after losing Amanda. So that's way to go, Bob. Thank you, Bob, for your service.
That's awesome. The next submission comes from Trey M, and he says, I would love to nominate my father, who served in the Navy in Korea and years later paid the ultimate price with mesothelioma. But till the end, he was a proud veteran and would do anything for his love of the country. That's really sweet, Trey, and I'm so sorry to hear for your loss.
Yeah, absolutely. Then thank you for nominating him.
Yes, absolutely.
The next one is Linda Allington. She nominates her husband, Jim Allington, who served in the Air Force during Korean War as an air traffic controller. He is very proud to have served his country. He continues to be active in the veteran group. He is especially proud of his 2 granddaughters. Keely graduated from the Air Force Academy last May and is continuing her education and going to pilot school. Shannon will graduate from the AF Academy in May of 2023. Go Air Force. Way to go, Linda. And thank you, Jim, for your service.
That's awesome. All right. And so now we'll get to our actual winners here, right? And you ended up with a tie for third place.
Correct.
So we had 2 in third place. First up was nominated by Julie. She says, my dad, George Nichols, I wanted to nominate my dad, George Nichols. He's been the most dedicated husband, father, and pop-up to our entire family. Having retired 3 times in his working career, he still stays active volunteering at the hospital he retired twice from. He proudly served in the Air Force as a medevac nurse and the Indiana National Guard. My dad is the best. He's had to put up with my shenanigans for a long time. Anybody who knows Julie.
Yeah, that's right. And just so you know, folks, I didn't have a part in voting for any of these. I couldn't because there were so many people that I know in here, and I would just lean towards them. So I just gave, and I actually didn't give it to agents that I thought would know anyone. So I gave it to the agents that, serve different areas, and I just asked them to look at the list, and they all came up with the list. So that's how that happened. So
that's awesome.
I think everyone's a winner in my book.
Absolutely.
So the next third place, the tie was Kristina Butler nominated. I want to nominate my husband, Derek Butler. He is a loving father and amazing husband. He loves to volunteer when he can due to his service-connected disabilities for Freedom Fighter Outdoors. Way to go, Kristina. And thank you, Derek, for your service.
All right. And then in second place, nominated by Deanna, is it Whitis?
It is Whitis. I did confirm.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was funny because I kept, and again, I know Deanna, and I called her up because I kept saying Whitis. I said, but I never heard her name, pronounced. And then I said, but I was using that rule, that vowel rule. If you have a letter and a vowel, then that makes it a long.
I've never heard
that's
that
a phonetic rule.
I don't remember.
Anyway, so that's why I kept saying it must be Whitis, but I feel like it should be Whitis.
Right.
Anyway, but she said yes, it's Whitis, but most people say Whitis.
Oh, good. So you did it right the first time. I did it right the first time.
You did.
All right. So Deanna says, I would like to nominate Tech Sergeant E-6 E Whitis as veteran nominee who has always inspired me. He served during Vietnam and enjoyed serving his country so much that he continues to serve and assist people by working and eventually retiring from local law enforcement. Tech Sergeant E. Whitis is a person who would always put others in front of himself, even strangers, as proven during the war. Thanks for your service, Daddy. So that was awesome. Thank you to your father, and thank you for nominating him, Deanna.
Yep, we appreciate that. Okay, so the winner who is Jay Weber, and I know Jay, and this is why I couldn't participate in voting. Mm-hmm. But when these were all sent to everyone that's voting, Jay Weber came out in everyone's vote. Top. So that's how Jay won. So Joanne Weber, thank you for nominating your husband. I would like to nominate my husband, Jason Weber, also known as Jay. He is a U.S. Marine. He is an amazing husband and a father of 3 young men. He now works for the VA. He has lived his life serving others. I am proud to be his wife and honored to call him my husband.
That's so sweet.
I know.
That is so sweet. There are so many veterans that didn't get nominated, and I hope that next year we can make a bigger impact. More people will be able to nominate again.
Absolutely.
I think this year it was a very distracting year. So, but I would love to hear some more veteran stories. So we're not done celebrating veterans, right?
I wonder why they picked November 11th. Why Veterans Day? There must be a story behind it. I would like it to be in April or something.
I'm pretty sure that's
May. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason. I asked my grandson last night because it was getting dark, and he said, "Oh, it's awful dark out here." And I said, "Yeah, it gets dark earlier. You know why that is?" And his definition was some crazy, how the universe and the light. And I was like, "No, we had a time change."
Right. Oh my gosh.
He had no clue, but it was cute to listen to his story. So I'm curious, what do they say?
So actually, this is great. fact to have. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, World War I came to an end after 4 brutal years of fighting.
You're kidding me.
1 year later, America dedicated November 11th as Armistice Day to celebrate the peace and the veterans who fought to make the world a safer place.
I never knew that fact.
Yeah, I knew it had something to do with
war.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember
So
what
it was the
exactly
end of
was.
World War I. What was the year that it ended?
1918.
1918.
And then they
Wow.
just picked right up with that flu.
The next year. Yeah. Okay, so then that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I just feel like it comes at a busy time, but that makes
does.
sense.
It does.
Well, that's good. That's good. We should have opened with that. How it started.
Right.
I mean, I should have opened and looked that up. I didn't realize that. You think I would know that, but
Right.
I bet
Absolutely.
you Bill knows that info.
I bet you he does. He knows a lot of weird things.
Anyway.
Bill's the master of not useless facts,
I
but
say
random
useless.
facts.
I said to him, if I could only take all that useless information you have in the brain and make money somehow.
Right,
Because,
exactly.
like he'll just like a trivia, like they'll say something and he'll say, I know what it is. I was like, how do you know that? I read it somewhere. Well, I read too, but I don't retain everything I read.
Right.
He just has one of those minds that,
Right.
that he just read a lot as a kid. And he
Right.
just
remembers it all.
remembers
I
it.
take the stuff that's going to benefit me.
That's what I do. I like keep what I need to know.
Except for apparently like movie quotes and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Those live rent free in my head.
Yeah,
So
see, it must be. Anyway, so that was, thank you, veterans, again. And
thank you for your service. Thank you for your protection, for our freedom, for everything that you've done for us. It's really truly the ultimate sacrifice to really serve your country. So thank you.
And we'll be in touch to those people who nominated and let them know when their prize is being delivered.
That's awesome. And just a quick note, next week is Thanksgiving, right?
Oh,
Oh
great.
my gosh. Like that's really fast. That happened fast. So we are going to skip next week
Yep.
for our podcast.
We
so
are
you
thankful for everyone.
Yes, very thankful for all of you. We're going to go ahead and give us a week break to enjoy Thanksgiving with our family.
So what's the date we'll pick up?
So we're going to pick up the following Tuesday, which should be, you put me on the spot. I
Sorry.
don't have a calendar open. So we will have the next podcast will be the 29th of November, the last one in November.
Because we have an extra week.
Right. And that should actually fall, that should be our, I think we'll be doing events.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the December events.
Which is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
That's a good one. You won't want to miss that
No,
one.
we'll have a lot of events. That'd be good.
A lot of good events.
So enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Discover St. Cloud, Florida. You can find us.
You can find us anywhere that you listen to podcasts. And you could also find us, if you want to see the video version, you can find us on YouTube and Facebook.
Awesome. And thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next